Hello, I'm here at Santa Fe South Charter High School here in South Oklahoma City. Santa Fe South is a public charter school, and I'm joined today by one of its star teachers, Mr. Giovanni Ponce de Leon. Mr. Ponce de Leon, I really appreciate you meeting with me today.
Thank you. It's great to be here.
All right, well, great. So, tell me a little bit about your job here at Santa Fe. What do you teach, and what subjects do you teach?
So I teach at Santa Fe South High School. I teach world history and I teach 10th grade, which is sophomores.
Okay, so world history and
hmm
10th grade. Okay, that's
Yes.
that's a pretty important year when you're in high school.
Definitely.
Okay, great, great. Do you enjoy world history? What kind of got you wanting to teach world history?
So I went to school here on the South Side. I went to U.S. Grant High School, and in school, I was a pretty good student, but none of the topics really interested me. For example, math and English. I was good at them, but they didn't really click with me. But then I went into my sophomore year. I got world history with Mr. Sparks, and that subject, we started learning about human civilization, started learning about human events, world wars, and it just interested me like no other subject could.
Yeah, yeah. So you had a teacher yourself who
Yes,
really turned you on to world
definitely.
history.
hmm
So how did you actually get into teaching? What was your pathway into the profession?
Well, it was definitely with Mr. Sparks. There, I definitely got into the world history subject. And after high school, I went to the University of Central Oklahoma in Edmond and went into the teaching career there and got my bachelor's there.
Okay, and said I'm going to get my bachelor's in education and be a world history teacher.
Definitely.
Okay, and how many years now have you been teaching?
This is my second year. Second
Okay.
year here at Santa Fe South.
Okay, great. And so tell me a little bit about your students here at Santa Fe. I know it's a pretty big high school, a growing high school. What are your students like?
My students are definitely, I could describe them as curious and energetic. Every day they come in ready to learn, and every day they're asking me new questions. Could be about what we're learning, but it could be about what's going on in the world. So I have to stay on my toes with them.
Okay, so the sophomores, they're energetic. They
hmm
want to know what's going on in the world and they're coming to you.
Definitely.
That's got to be kind of fun. And I guess that's what you were hoping for when you decided, hey, I want to be a world history teacher, that you would be having that kind of engagement with students.
Yes, definitely, because history is all about looking at the past, looking at what humans have done, and using that knowledge to kind of look at the world differently. So whenever they come in asking me about certain events, did you see this happen, mister? It shows me that they're learning and they're definitely looking at the world in a new light.
Okay, great. What are some of the things? I mean, it sounded like early on you knew you wanted to be a teacher, which is great. But there must be also some challenges maybe that you hadn't anticipated. What are those like?
There are definitely challenges. Definitely the biggest part wouldn't be the students, it would be the workload. As a new teacher, it's hard to balance the planning, grading, teaching, organization, all of those different things. It's hard to find a balance between them. But the more that I'm in this profession, the years going into it, I find it easier because I can reuse lessons, better at organizing, and just with more years into this, I feel like I'm doing a better job.
So year one was a big lift, but now you're in almost through year two, and you can look back and say you can kind of see that the workload is a little bit different than what it was like in year one when you were a first year
Yes.
teacher.
In year one, it was definitely hard. I was very nervous a lot of the time, and it was definitely, I had some moments where I doubted, like if I wanted to keep doing this. But here into year two, I'm very happy that I stuck with it.
Okay, that's
Mhm.
great. And how would you say you know when you've been able to have an impact on a student and their learning and what they're doing?
So definitely in my first year, like I said, I was very nervous. I felt like I wasn't doing a very good job. I was in front of students trying my best, but I felt like, am I really having an impact here? But going into my second year, a lot of those past students that I ended up teaching, they come up to me and they're like, "Mister, I miss your class. Do you miss having me as a student? I loved all the things that we learned." And that showed me that I might not think that I'm doing a very good job, but that showed me that students liked my class. They liked me as a teacher, and it showed that I did have an impact.
Right. So you're thinking, hey, I don't know if I'm reaching them, but then the next year they come back to you and say, hey, I really enjoyed your class and it really made a difference for me.
Yes.
That's pretty neat. So what would you say people should, if they're considering the teaching profession, what should they be thinking about if they're looking at it? What are some of the things someone should consider? A prospective teacher, someone like you who's at a high school student at US Grant or university student who's thinking, yeah, maybe that would be the career for me. What should they consider?
For those people that are definitely doubting whether they want to be a teacher or not, know that there's going to be some challenging days. There's going to be challenging students. It's not all rainbows and sunshine. But the more that you put into this job, the more that you commit to it, and the longer that you stick with it, it definitely gets easier and it becomes more fulfilling.
Okay. So is it something you'd do again if you could go back and starting out at UCO again? Would you choose this career path again?
I would definitely choose this again. It's very fulfilling to teach students, to teach them about human history, to teach them more about the world so they can look at the world differently. And I owe a lot to this job. Me and my wife were both teachers, and I was able to get a house. I was able to get a car, just a whole bunch of different things that I owe all to this job.
Okay. And your wife is a teacher as well.
She definitely
Okay,
is. Yes.
that's exciting. So
Mhm.
you guys can kind of discuss trade secrets over dinner and those sorts of things.
Definitely.
Okay, that's awesome. So tell me a little bit about your life outside of school. So you said you do a lot of work preparing your classes and dedicating yourself to your students, but you must have a life beyond these school walls. So what's
Yeah.
life like for you?
My life outside of school is I love to watch movies. I love to play video games. I like to birdwatch with my wife. We go to different like state parks, and we just try to find as many as we can, new ones that we haven't seen before, things like that. So I always try to find moments to really prioritize myself, my happiness, and things like that.
Okay, so even though you're both teachers, you're busy during Monday through Friday. It sounds like you have some time to go and enjoy things on the
Definitely,
weekend.
we try
Kind
to.
of catch
Yes.
up.
Hmm.
Okay, excellent. Well, Mr. Ponce de Leon, I really appreciate you taking time to speak with us. I know today is a school day. It's a busy day for you, and just appreciate you sharing your experience with the teaching profession. I know in talking with your colleagues, everyone says what a star and great teacher you are, and how well respected you are. So thank you for chatting with me today.
Thank you for having me.
All right, thank you.